Hello, welcome to this month's sales tip, the sales tip for January 2018, the first of the new year. And welcome to my garage at home. And you may well be wondering what this is in front of me. This is something that belonged to my late father, my dad. Says on there G&C Limited, Gaskell and Chambers, the company he worked for in the early part of his career, where he was not only the top salesperson, he was the top salesperson consistently, year on year. And this was one of the secrets of his success. Not the fact he had a briefcase, but because of what's inside here. Look at this. Whoa. Lots and lots of pieces of cardboard with a lot of dust on there and a lot of cobwebs as well. So how could cardboard help him? Well, it's not the cardboard, it's what he wrote on here. Look at this. There's information here of people's names, their addresses, what they ordered, personal interests, hobbies, clubs, associations they're part of, licensed victuallers association memberships, etc. This was my dad's CRM system. I bet you've not seen one like this before. Now look, the purpose of this month's tip is to bust a couple of myths about what CRM is and is not, and hopefully to make a plea for these tools to be used effectively. Let's talk about what CRM is. It's three letters, C and R and M, which stands for Customer Relationship Management. It says nothing about IT in there. Customer Relationship Management is a means of managing the relationships with your customers. And that's what my dad designed for himself. Nobody taught him to do this. Nobody asked him to do this. He just thought it would be a really good idea to record personal details and items of relevance so that he could quickly establish rapport again at the beginning of his face-to-face meetings, where he recorded details of what people had ordered on previous occasions so that he could set appropriate stretch objectives in advance of each time he visited a customer. Recorded information about where they were located, so when he was working in a given area he could quickly see who was around that area so that he could arrange and organise his routing accordingly over the course of the day to maximise efficiency in working and to maximise return on investment from every face-to-face opportunity. This was his CRM system. Now, my dad didn't have IT. IT hadn't probably been invented in these days. This is a long time ago. But I tell you what, he had a passion to manage the relationships with his customers. If you've got a passion to manage the relationships with your customers and you work out a way of doing it, it will happen. If you haven't got a passion to manage the relationships with your customers, you can have the best IT system in the world and probably something that the space agency NASA would be proud of, and you're probably still going to do a bad job. Here's my plea number one. Don't worry about whether the IT is good, bad or indifferent. Worry, have passion about managing the relationships with your customers. Here's plea number two. Now on some of these there's different coloured writings as things have been updated. The information on a CRM system is only as good as the information that's been put in there, and there's only one person responsible for managing that. You've guessed it, you. So if you're going to use a CRM system, and I do hope it's going to be something a little bit more up to date than this rather historic artifact we have in front of us, please make sure that A, the information on there is accurate, B, it's updated frequently. It doesn't take a minute after a phone call, after a face-to-face conversation to update the information that you've got on your, what I'm sure is an IT related CRM system, to make sure that you're working with the most appropriate, most relevant and most accurate information. And my final plea, number three, follow my dad's tip. Use it. So this month's sales tip, a little bit longer than usual, and it's been prompted by me clearing out the attic at my late father's property. I've come across this. This, believe it or not, is a CRM system. The sales tip for this month really in 3 parts. Number 1, have a passion to manage the relationships with your customers. Number 2, please make sure it's got relevant information on there and that information is up to date. And most important of all, number 3, use it. And you never know, you might even reach the accolade that my dad did of achieving salesperson number 1 in his company, not only for 1 year, but for several years on the trot. What a great way to start 2018. Look forward to seeing you next month.